Need an energy booster. Oh my God, we're getting low. Shoot. If you guys want to send me anything for Christmas, Amazon, Monster, white tea, 24 pack. Appreciate it. Address is in the about section. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that, but you could if you wanted. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Got a lot of stuff going on today with the Q. Okay, all right, it's not a crazy lot of stuff, but I want to get this thing cleaned up a little bit. I think we're going to ceramic coat the wheels, but also I got some parts in that are, well, they're very, very exciting because I've been waiting to pull the trigger on these for a long time. And, well, finally, a super good deal popped up. And if you guys act fast, you might be able to take advantage of this deal as well. So we'll get to that in a little bit, unbox those and go over those pieces a little bit, but let's get this thing cleaned up. Okay, so for ceramic coating the wheels, we're gonna use Chemical Guys Hydrocharge. It's a ceramic spray coating. I kind of consider it like a hybrid ceramic coat. It goes on very, very thin like a normal ceramic coat would, but it's a little more user-friendly, sort of like an at-home kind of do-it-yourself ceramic coat for people that don't have a lot of experience with detailing or using this type of product, or the type of product like an actual ceramic coating, or really don't want to spend that kind of money because they're substantially more expensive. I think this is still isn't cheap. I want to say it's like $30 for this bottle, but this bottle goes a long way. Just a couple little squirts on an applicator pad will do your entire hood, for example. You guys saw how well this worked. I've done this in the past, and it does a very, very good job of repelling water and dirt. The difference between this and like an actual ceramic coating is that this lasts probably 3 to 6 months, I would say, in the South Carolina summer, whereas a ceramic coat should probably last, depending on the level you go, a year to, longer. This type of applicator pad works really good for large surfaces like your hood, deck lid, roof, your entire car. I would use this. I have a sort of wedged applicator pad, but I used it for applying a different wheel protector. I haven't washed it yet, so I don't want to use that. So I'm going to use this blue applicator, and we'll just try to get the corner down in these grooves as best we can. I didn't clean out the barrels just because this is a quick demonstration, but I'll show you here. Just a couple little squirts goes a long way. Literally, that is all we're going to use for the very time being. So let's try this out here. You can see how that goes on. Yeah, this is going to be rough. We'll just do the spots we can reach for now. So it goes on very, very thin. So I'll work it on like this, and then I'll go over it again in opposite directions, just to make sure you get, adequate coverage. So kind of a cross hatching, not putting any pressure on it, just making sure the product is getting applied. There we go. Applied nicely. It'll sort of come to a little bit of a haze, and then you just buff it off, and that's it. So a few more to go. All right, well, it's time to discuss what we got here. So let's just open it up, see what we're dealing with. A couple boxes inside a box. Give me 1 second. Well, you might already be able to guess, but like I said, I've been waiting a long time to pull the trigger on these parts just because of timing and not being sure of what future plans are going to be, etc., etc. But here we go. Oh snap, it's time, fellas. No, I didn't just buy these off of somebody, and I didn't just get a used pair or whatever. These are indeed well, from what I'm told anyway, they are remanufactured. So they are through Amazon, remanufactured Akibonos. That's what I'm told. But nonetheless, we're going forward with the big break upgrade. Well, they do appear to be in sort of a remanufactured, refurbished condition, but there are no Akibono markings, so they may have been removed, or maybe they're not truly Akibonos and they're just replicas. But nonetheless, this is a very inexpensive option, and you can get the power stop brakes, which look exactly like this, including the markings on the back, that are powder coated red or whatever they do to them. I think they're like, $250 or $280 or something like that for the two front calipers. These just popped up, and these they call them semi-loaded, so they don't come with pads because I didn't need to buy pads. I'm going to, get a good quality pad. So like this, semi-loaded was like less than $140 for both of them. Not a joke. And there's limited quantities available. So I definitely say follow the link in the description below if you want to pick these up. I can't remember what the quantities were. I think there were maybe 10 sets available when I purchased them, maybe less than that, maybe 6. I can't remember. I honestly wasn't able to find rears from the seller, so I only got the fronts right now. I may just end up having to go with the power stop rears, or find somebody with a used set. But seriously, less than $150 for the two fronts is unbelievable. Whether they're remanufactured or replicas or not, this is the best deal you're going to find. So take advantage of the links below and pick some of these up if you want to do this upgrade. But again, they look exactly like the power stops because of the markings on the back. And from what I hear, also those power stop calipers you can get on Amazon are indeed remanufactured Akibonos. So I would imagine that these are as well. So I'm pretty amped, like I said. This was an upgrade that I had thought about from the very, very beginning. Intentionally buying the non-sport, actually the base model Q, just because of its overall weight compared to the premium levels, or the sport, significantly lighter. I think this is right around 3,600 pounds, whereas the premiums and sports are up closer to 4,000. So, I knew getting a deal on this, I'd be able to do the brake upgrade, and it just kind of held off. And one of the reasons is, too, that I'm not sure my wheels are going to accommodate for the bigger brakes. So, we've had the wheels for almost 2 years, year and a half or so, and we'll test fit them and see if we have enough room in there for them. If not, I guess that's probably the next thing we're going to have to upgrade. But what I need your guys' help with is what color to do on these things. I don't want to influence you. I'm really heavily contemplating a couple of different scenarios. If I am to get new wheels, I would seriously consider getting a sort of a bronze finish wheel. I think it looks super dope on a blacked out car. So that's kind of what I'm leaning toward. I'm not super flashy, so I would never really do a red caliper. I know a lot of people like the red calipers with the blacked out car. How much attention to detail you guys pay, but on all of my thumbnails, my color combination is kind of like a lime green and a light blue. So I was not considering a lime green. I would not do that for calipers, but I was considering a light blue on these. And I think that would look pretty sick with the black. Otherwise, I can go with a silver. But like I said, I don't want to influence you guys. Let me know down in the comments what you would think, what color combo you would like to see on this with these big brakes. Now let's assume we're able to keep these black wheels. So think about that. Give me the color caliper that you'd like if I keep the black wheels, or replace them with more black wheels that can accommodate the bigger brakes. But also let me know what you would maybe do if I did end up getting more of a bronze finish wheel. I think I'd probably go with like a gloss black caliper, to be honest, if I went that route. But just let me know. Let me know in the comments. Curious to see. But we're gonna start piecing this stuff together. But anyways, we'll get them test fitted and just see kind of what we're dealing with. See if new wheels are going to be necessary. If they are, who knows how long it'll be before I install these, because I had other priorities for the car. It's no secret. I had mentioned it before at the Tail of the Dragon. We're going coilovers this spring. So that's kind of top of the list right now for next big purchases, and also still looking for a channel car. So it's not that I'm not ready to buy one. I just can't find what I want. Those are some pretty big damn calipers. I did the test fit with a 5mm and an 8mm spacer, and it's still not quite clearing. I could probably get away with it with maybe, I don't think 10 would do it, but probably a 15mm spacer, and then at that point, I'd be sticking too far out. I don't want any rubbing issues with the tires at my current ride height. And I like where the ride height is currently, so even if we do go coilovers, it'll probably be right around that same amount, and it's too damn close to flush right now to push it out any further. So I guess to run the big brakes, we're gonna need some new wheels, fellas. I guess for now, I'm gonna put them away, and I guess we'll get them prepped and ready for paint, and we'll get those all, we'll get all that taken care of. I guess start shopping wheels. All right, so we got a couple of them done here, and I just wanted to point out a couple of things. Like I said, they'll sort of work to a little bit of a haze as the time passes. This hydrocharge really does give the car, you know, a glossy surface, like some added depth in terms of its sheen. These are actually sort of a matte finish wheel. I call them more of a satin. They're not true matte. So the hydrocharge, if you have matte finish wheels or satin style wheels, the hydrocharge might give it a little extra layer of sheen. So just expect that, I would say. What I do want to add is that, you know, give this a little bit of time to cure. I think the bottle says just a couple of minutes, actually. But I've applied this to the car and waited literally hours. And it buffs off just as easily if you were to just wait a couple of minutes. You know, I'll put it on the car, especially if it's cool outside and it takes a little bit longer to dry, or you get it on a little heavier than you anticipated. Come, you know, go grocery shopping or go to a movie or whatever and come back. I've actually let it sit overnight before, just to make sure it cured and dried nice when I did this in the middle of the winter. But actually, here, let's just see. And let's just see what the bottle says. Okay. Apply to a cool, clean, dry surface, blah, blah, blah. Entire vehicle, favorite chemical guys, blah, blah, blah. Wait as little as 30 seconds. Whew. I wouldn't think. I'd let it sit a little longer than that. However, recommend allowing 1 to 2 minutes. So still, that's very short. Again, I've waited several hours. That's my recommendation because it just doesn't seem to dry all that fast. Buff to a perfect radiant shine with a microfiber towel. Hydrocharge treatment applied, ideal to keep out of the elements. Depending on climate, the hydrophobic effects, so it's afraid of water apparently, will continue to improve even more after 24 hours of being applied. Okay, so that's good to know as well. Once you buff it off, as you let it sit and cure over a 24-hour period, it'll become, you know, better, even more protective than when first applied. So that's good to know. Again, leave it out of the elements for 24 hours. That makes sense. Or sorry, not 24 hours, 1 to 2 hours. But it'll continue curing for 24. So good to know. 2 down, 2 more to go. Get it. All 4 done now. Thank God. All buffed up and everything. So good to go. Time to put those back on. No more burnouts, I don't think. You guys, don't forget to let me know in the comment section what color I should paint the big brakes before we get those suckers installed. And now that we're going to be shopping wheels, kind of interesting that I did a Nissan Infiniti factory wheel ugly or nice video just the other day. It's kind of coincidental, I would say, or maybe not. Maybe not. I purchased these brakes a little while ago. Anyway, let me know also, in addition to what color the calipers maybe should be, let me know maybe what wheels I should start looking at. Whether it's a factory Nissan Infiniti wheel. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the G37 wheels. But I'm not sure now with the tires that I have if those are going to fit, or what kind of spacers I might need with them. to make them flush at least. But yeah, anyway, let me know what you guys are running with the big brakes, what fits, what works. Send me some pictures on Instagram. It's time to start getting some ideas. Thank you guys very much for watching. I know it's not much of a very busy video today, but wanted to show you a couple of parts, wanted to show you what's going on. I'm going to finish up with these wheels, get everything put back together, and plan on the next video. So thanks again for watching. Appreciate the continued support. Almost a 10K, so big giveaway is coming up. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. We'll see you in the next one.